You alright folks, how we doing? It's me, Scotty Talks MUFC. Welcome back to another edition of Pre-Match Review, and this week it's game day 10 and we're away to Nottingham Forest for a 3pm kickoff. Now I can't remember the last time we had so many 3pm kickoffs in a season, and we're only at, we're almost at the end of October now. This must be our third or the fourth one, which normally it's only about 2 or 3 at this time. Anyway, we're away at 3 o'clock. Nottingham Forest, City Ground, here we come. Now, a quick summary of what we're going to be discussing before we get into the chat. Now, the first one is the manager's comments from their pre-match build-up conference meeting by Sean Dyche as well as Ruben Amorim. We'll kick into that. After that, we'll talk about the current situation with Kobe, Menu and Xerxes. And then this week there's also been talk about midfielders, mainly being this German kid Stelia, as well as Nottingham Forest very own Anderson, and the price fee that's been quoted for both of them, which is just an absolute joke, but we'll move on into that. Now, tomorrow, which team is it going to be that's going to carry on this trend? Now, who's going to make 4 in a row? Will it be us? Will it be them? The last time we played and won at this ground was in 2023, and this is going to surprise you. Anthony scored in that game as well as Dalot. Now from that team, only 4 players remain in this team today that started that day. And subs. So there's 16 players that have left the club since then. Might be more actually. I'm just going on from the subs in the starting 11. But anyway, that just shows how much things have changed within 2 years. Now there's only 4 players, and the four players being Dalot, Maguire, Casemiro and Bruno, I think, if I'm correct. That's it from that team that won 2-0 back then. And then we'll be kicking off into my formation, my tactics, and how I'd go about trying to get the best out of this game. Right. New manager, Sean Dyche. I don't know if anyone's picked up on his comments, and the media's sort of ignored it. Why? Well, if it's not Man Utd, they're not really interested. Sean Dyche made a comment saying something like, well, he was mocking Amorim's run as Man Utd manager, how they've not won much, and he was saying he would have done more, he would have done a better job. Now, is he playing mind games? Because that's the only thing I can see. He's trying to ruffle up Ruben Amorim before he even gets to the stadium. But thankfully, he's not taking the jibe. Ruben Amorim, and I'm quite pleased that he's not taking the jibe, because I can remember every time Fergie ribbed up the manager the wrong way, they couldn't take the heat and they'd be coming on camera and giving it stinking. Of two managers of note. Well, everyone's going to mention Kevin Keegan, but I'm not going to mention that. But I'm going to mention Arsene Wenger. And there's a reason he got his name Wenge, you know what, and because he was always whinging. So either that or you didn't see it, one or the two. And the other one being Ruben Amorim, Rafa Benitez, when he had his Rafa rant, and he kept going on about fact this, fact that, and to the nth degree, he actually went with he had a billboard, and he noted it all down, all the things that were going against. Anyway, but I'm so glad Ruben Amorim side-checked that question, and he mocked. Not only did he laugh it off, he actually retaliated. So tomorrow, it's going to be interesting when they meet in the dugout, because there's already some spice added to the fixture's already going to be tense anyway. But because of the way the manager have reacted to each other today, I think there's some spice already there, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, Sean Dyche's tactic, wherever he's been, saying that he's only been at Burnley, and give credit where credit is deserved, because he did a brilliant job there, and the only time they went down is when they sacked him. Now, what he's always given you is, it's not heavy metal football. It's grind it out, and it's long ball, hoof ball, whatever it is, he doesn't care. As long as they win the game, and he doesn't care how they win the game, as long as they do. And if not, they don't want to lose heavily. I mean, I can't, other than City going to Turf Moor, smashing Burnley. I can't remember any other team that's given them a good going over. Like we've always struggled against them. We've never really had a good run against them. Even under the Fergie days, we always used to get a 1-0, 2-0. In all my time, I think it's only one time I remember beating them 3-0 or by three goals. So that tells you itself that it's a hard fixture. So, well, that was at Burnley, but I'm talking about the football he plays now. He's going to imply, he's got better players here. He's got better players, but they're in the relegation dogfight. I think they're third bottom going into this game, or second bottom. So they're going to be really, really dogged not to lose, and especially there's added spice between the managers now. Sean Dyche is going to be saying to them, I don't care, they're not scoring. If I have to put an extra man in there, so be it. So I've got a feeling they're going to be total low block and catches out in the counter attack where we're open, and with Bruno in the middle and Casemiro, bless him, with no legs, we could get cut wide apart, and which I'm actually worried about, especially if you look at the last few times we've gone there. They've turned us over. I mean, last year Alanga went and it was 1-0, but Alanga scored in the first minute or something, or it was early on, and he's picked the ball up from his own half and he's just steamed through the whole team and scored. Well, saying that Anana was in goal, I mean, I could have scored into Anana, but it doesn't matter, we still lost, and we didn't create any much. We had a lot of the ball, but we didn't create anything, so it was just having the ball for having the ball's sake. So I'm hoping that Amrin's not ruffled and he plays his game, and he doesn't get drawn into trying to stop his team playing. Let's just play our game. Let's focus on us. Let's focus on Man United. We're in town. It's not the other way around. We're in town. We're the big boys. Now we need to start acting like big boys. Yes, we've won 3 in a row. But they've got 3 in a row on us. This could be 4 on the bounce for either team. Either we'll win 4 straight, or they will have beaten us 4 times straight. So someone has got to go. Now I'm hoping it's theirs, obviously. Now this is the perfect time for us to get a run going. Perfect time. They're really struggling. They are really struggling. If they weren't, they wouldn't have got ready to end Postecoglou. High line. You know, they just wouldn't. So their formation is going to change from what Ange had them doing. They're going to be playing low block, counter attack, and they've got the players. They've got some great players there. I mean, I love their captain, Gibbs White. I mean, I would love to see him in a United shirt, but right now I don't see him fitting in anywhere due to the fact the number 10s we've got, and he's really a number 10. He's not a midfielder, but he's a great ball carrier, and he's got more assists than Bruno. Forget what the XGs and what the papers tell you. Let's look at the reality, and he is their star player. So that takes me off the managers. Right, Kobe. What is going on with Kobe? It's a conundrum. I can't put my finger on it now. Is it because he's not signed a new contract that he's not getting the game time that he needs or wants? Now I'm hearing more rumours that he wants to go in January, and why wouldn't he not? It's a World Cup year. Why would he not want to go? This kid, Ruben Amorim's deliberately ruined this kid's chances for the World Cup. Now, if he wants to go and play at a different club, let him go. He can come back in the summer. I thought he wanted to go first hand because he didn't believe Ruben Amorim was going to last till the summer. But given he's won the last 3, things can change overnight. If we get smashed, if we lose the next 2, Ruben Amorim's going to be back to exactly where he was at the start. Before we were going into the run against Liverpool and Sunderland, where his neck was very much on the line. So it can change from week to week, and he's not really got that much credit in the bank where we can say if he loses 5 in the bounce that we can turn around and say, oh, the manager's got it in the bag, he's still going to put us right. He's only won 3 games. It's the first time he's put such a run together. So let's fingers crossed that he continues. But for Menu and Xerxes as well, I mean, he bought them both on last week. Both of them are cold. They've come into a match. They struggled to get into the momentum of the game. And that game could have gone against us because the midfield, Kobe was cold, Xerxes was cold. All the players that came on hadn't played for a long time, so we could have got caught out with the manager's decisions. Like I said, for me, the board need to make allowances for Kobe, one way or another. But if he's not going to play him, then he needs to bring in a midfielder who he is going to play and let Kobe go to a different country if it needs to be, or go to a different Premiership team and play, because this kid needs to go to the World Cup, and it'll be an absolute tragedy if he doesn't make that, injury aside, and we should all help him, bearing in mind we want the best for England. Yeah, you heard that right. Best for England. Yeah, I know it's got to talks, but I love Kobe. If I had a choice between Kobe and the manager, it'd be Kobe all day long. I'm not too keen on the structure that Ruben Amorim's got. Is he going to break this trend that United have had for years, that we've always had a U-team player involved in our team? I've got a feeling that it's going to go under this manager. I really do. And if he drops Kobe, could that be it? So this thing that's been going for God knows how many years, this manager's going to bring it to an end. I'm sorry, but I'd rather let go of the manager. He's not done enough for me. He's not got enough leverage in the bank for me to say, yes, you can do that. It'd be different if we were on a 15 match winning run, 15 game winning run. Then I could say, right, you know what? I have to listen to this guy because he's actually bringing the good times back. But he doesn't have that. So on the back of 3 wins, am I going to change my whole history because of this one guy? No, I'm finding it hard to swallow that we're changing formation rather than playing the United way. But I'm biting my tongue. I'm still biting my tongue. I'm a United fan deep down at heart. I always want the team to win at all costs. The rest will take care of itself. First and foremost, I want United to win every time. That goes without saying. So fingers crossed. But please, let Kobe go. Let him go on loan. If you're not going to play him, let him go on loan. For me, he has to start. If you're not going to start him, he has to come on every game on the hour mark. And this kid is that good. He could impact the game, but he can only impact the game if the subs and the team around him's playing well as well. You can't come in cold and expect to get to speed and put your authority on the game. It's just not going to happen like that. Xerxes. I don't know where we're going with Xerxes. I thought he would have had more minutes by now. Yeah, he was injured, in and out. But if you're not going to play him, would I cash in on him? Absolutely. I would let him go in January. I would actually sell him out. I don't want him going on loan. I'd rather get rid of him. If it's a loan, it's an obligation to buy come the summer. Or I'd get rid of him in January. The striker thing, we've got enough cover in Brian. I say Brian and Ahmad and Cunha and things like that. And Sesko. Well, Sesko's not got to speed, but I'm just remembering the AFCON's coming up. We might need him in January. Yeah, I forgot about the AFCON Cup. Now, I'm not too sure. I've not looked at who we're playing in January, and plus the FA Cup kicks off in January as well. So I don't know when that draw, I think that's in December when the draw gets made for the third round. So Sugar, I forgot, maybe we need to keep Xerxes, but Brian's not going to be there long because you've got to remember who's their goalkeeper. So unless they're planning to drop him and go with a different goalie, they might progress. But if they're going with Onana, Brian will only miss a game. He'll be back for the second game, just because I have no faith in Onana. But yeah, Sugar, that's another sticky situation, because if we're playing in the AFCON, if Sesko's not really got into the groove, but we're going to need numbers. We're going to need numbers now. If we do to be fair, I would let him go. I would absolutely let him go, because I'll bring in someone on loan who's actually going to impact my team. Where I don't think Xerxes impacts the team. Even when he comes on, he doesn't really do anything. So for me, keep Kobe, and if we're not going to play him, let him go on loan. But we have to bring in a replacement. And if it's Conor Gallagher for 6 months, so be it. Right, on to our midfield situation. Now, I don't know if you've seen much of the papers this week. It's just been absolute madness. It's all talk about midfielders. I mean, this Anderson kid, Russell Anderson at Nottingham Forest, 100 million. Are you having a laugh? I'm sorry, 100 million. Nottingham Forest picked him up for peanuts, yet they want 100 million. He's not worth it. If it was a choice between him and Baleba for 100, I'd go for Baleba all day long. Just because Baleba's a better player. And he's got more in him. Yeah, I like the fact that he's British, and I always like British players. But this is about skill and tenacity and who's got longevity. Russell Anderson's already had a couple of injuries, where Baleba's not really had an injury, so he's been lucky. And I know but my money would be on Baleba all day long. And Steele, I've not even seen this kid play at Stuttgart. Yeah, they're on a good run. But because of Sancho and Schweinsteiger, they're the 2 recent German recruits we've had. We've been burnt by both of them. Don't want to be going to get another one, especially in the midfield. I'd rather get someone proven in the Premiership. So it'd have to be, for me, I want Wharton. That goes without saying. He reminds me of Carrick. He really does, but I don't think he's as elegant. For me, he's not as elegant as Carrick. Carrick used to glide around. Carrick used to glide across the pitch like he owned it, where I've not seen that in this kid. Now, is it because he's playing for Crystal Palace? Now, I do think he's going to end up either at Liverpool, City or United, one of them three. I don't think he'll be, or he'll go abroad. But if he was going to the UK, these are the three teams that are out for him. I think he fits our team the best. I really do. I think he's the ideal replacement for Casemiro. Just, okay, you can't pass like him, but he's got everything else, and he's young as well, and he's British. Now, United have always had British in the midfield, but ever since I've been watching them, they've always had core of a British nucleus in the middle, from your Moran to the Robsons to the Ends to the Keanes, Paul Scholes, Carrick, in Cleverley. I know that's pushing it, but you know what? You know where I'm going with this. So I want a Wharton in there, alongside Kobe, alongside Baleba. I think that's a dynamic three in the middle. Now, I've not seen this other kid, so I can't really call it, but I've seen enough of them three, knowing that these three could be our generational midfield for the next 10 years, and they will take us to the next level, providing all the other pieces fit into the jigsaw. Yeah, so Steele and Anderson, again, forget what I'm saying about Steele. Anderson, 100 million, you're having a laugh. It's just, who puts the price tag on these players? I mean, where did they get these numbers from? Especially, they only paid like something like 10 or 15 million for him, then a year later they want 100 million. It's just madness. It's never going to happen anyway. We're not going to pay it, and if we did, then we need to sack the board. We already need to sack the board. I'm going to do a separate show in the International Week, and it's all going to be all about the Glazers, how we need to get this lot out, this management, this ownership. We need to move them on. All the talk that someone's looking at us, UAE, it's all gone quiet. We need to get this moving again. We need to get on the bandwagon and get this ownership gone. There is no new stadium. There is no new stadium under this regime. None whatsoever. We need to get them out. And I don't care how we do it, but they have to go. Now, let's please come together. Sir Alex, please, I hope you watch this. Yes, we know what you said back then and today. They're two different things. They have killed the club that you have made. You have built this club from the ground up, and they have ruined it. It's now on its knees. In fact, it's gone beyond that. It's ashes to ashes now. Now we need to rise from these ashes, and all you need to say, you don't need to do anything, just need to say, it's time for the Glazers to go. Watch the uproar, the upheaval that will create. They'll be gone. They will absolutely be gone. Now, all the United fans, we can forgive you for what you said, that they're good for business, blah, 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 whatever it was. You know, and I know, and everyone else out know that they've been dreadful for this club, dreadful for business. Now it's time. And the only way it can happen overnight is if you come out and say these words. So please, Sir Alex, please help us get out of this misery. Let us be Man United, the Man United that you built, the Man United you put on the map, the Man United you made globally and juggernaut. You created this, Alex. You. Yeah. And you've sat there and watched this crumble bit by bit. And all you need to do is come out and say they got to go, and they'll be gone. So please, find it within you to come out and say this. Let us build again. Let us come back. Let us rise again. When we go to the games, we sing the songs, and it sends a shiver down your spine. But we're a shadow of the team that you made, the club that you represented. A shadow of that. 27 years of your hard work has gone to waste in years. They've ruined it. So please, let's get back. The longer we will come back, but the later it is, the harder it's going to get. And the sooner it is, the sooner we can reset and go. Now, so please, Sir Alex, come out. We're waiting on you. We're relying on you. And I know there's people have never said that. on a social media platform, but I am saying it and I'm going to call it out and I'm going to keep calling it until there is change. And Sir Alex, only you can make this change happen overnight. You can change this overnight. All you need to say is they got to go. That's it. I promise you that's all it is. I will jump in and do the rest for you, but please get to that level. Please, for the sake of the millions and millions of United fans globally. We are waiting for you to rise, Sir Alex. So please, let's go. So that I wasn't even going to talk on the managers, but I did. It's just because it's so delicate, and it's not just me. I was at the game. Sorry, I wasn't at the game. I went to the stadium. I've never ever done this, but last Sunday night, I went to the stadium and just wanted to drive. So I drove to the stadium, took my kids, and my little one said to me, he goes, Dad, he's never seen it like this. He goes, because every time we've gone, it's full of people. It's just full. It's obviously it's game day, so it's a total different experience. This is the first time we've gone, and there's loads of people there. I met this man called Jeff. Jeff's first game was against Nottingham Forest in 1968, and he watched Sir Alex, but he watched Bobby Charlton. He'd seen George Best score that day. They won 3-1. He was 8 years old when he went. That was his first ever game. And he goes, my dad took me and I was hooked. And he goes, not just him, they were all hooked. He goes, so we used to go then. And he now lives somewhere else. He told Chichester, I think he said he was. But he's retired out there. And he's followed them since then. And he's like me. I don't want the stadium to go. I want us to rebuild this stadium, and I think it's criminal that the ownership are suggesting a move elsewhere, and he's like, no, this is it. I have the same feeling. My son said the same thing to me. My son's 11 now, and he's like, Dad, the new stadium won't have the same memories because this is where all the memories are, and that's what it is. For that alone, do I really want to move? This stadium has filled millions of people's lives. The history the stadium's got. Why would you? If this ownership is saying we need to move, then we need to get rid of the ownership. That's it. Jeff, as promised, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me. Thanks you for sharing me on all your in amongst your friends. Much appreciated. And as I promised you, I was going to give you a mention on the next time I did my match preview. And given it's Nottingham Forest, how ironic that it's Nottingham Forest. And you said they won 3-1 that day. I'll settle for that same score again this weekend as well. Now my team, I would go with the same team that went to Liverpool. That exact same team. Mount has to come in. Sesko has to go to the bench. Just because I want the win. And I would be a bit more reserved away, especially that we've not won away at Forest for a while. Play Mount. Pride in he's fit. He's a clever player and he makes all the difference. And then if the game's still at 0-0 or it's a close game, bring on Sesko. Bring him on the hour mark. He can come on from Mount and he can make that change. Then half an hour. Bearing in mind that average extra time these days is like 7 minutes. So that's more than half an hour. But he has to come on. Sesko has to come on. If the game's out of our not going out the way we want it to go, make the changes, but make it 60. There's no point waiting till the 80th minute. Make it the 60th minute mark. On the hour mark, get Mount off, bring Sesko, fresh legs. Let's go at them. We need to win tomorrow. It's not just for me. For all of us. It makes all us United fans. And we could go second. Because the way the fixtures are and the games that are playing, if we win on Saturday, we'll be second. That's right, second. If someone said to me a few weeks ago, United could be second come 1st of November, I'll be saying to them, is this you got a Halloween mask on? Do you know what I mean? I couldn't even think of it. I never envisaged us getting we've got 3. I never envisaged us having a winning streak of 4 games in a row. Now, if we win on Saturday, that's what it is. We could go second, 3 points behind Arsenal. Had it not been for the 2 penalty misses by our captain and our goalie against Brentford and Arsenal, we could have been top of the league. I know that sounds crazy. And all it talks about, This Arsenal team, nothing special. It's nothing special. They're getting a lot of luck right now. They're getting a lot of luck, and I watched some of a couple of the clips from their game against Brighton the other day. Yeah, they won 2-0. They could have been 2-0 down. Just bad finishing from Brighton. They could have been 2 or 3-0 down before they scored, and they scored a scrappy goal. The first one, second one was pretty good, but the first one was really scrappy. Just bad defending. And even against United, they got lucky because of our goalie, and we couldn't finish on the day. So they're 6 points ahead of us. So they wouldn't have had them 3 points. If we had our shooting boots on that day, we had a goalie who could have saved, we could have won that game. So there's 3 points away. The 3 points over Fulham. So that's 2 points. Sorry, because we got a draw, so we'd have got 2 extra points there if Bruno had scored. So the difference is a point. We'd have won on Saturday. And then the Bruno penalty miss against Brentford. So we would have been level pegging. In fact, we would have been ahead of them. That would have put us ahead of them. And yet everyone's going on about this Arsenal team. This Arsenal team, they've done nothing. They go on about Arteta the Great. He's done nothing. Please, if he doesn't win the league this year, he needs to go. And I don't see them winning the league. I know there's a lot of pundits that have backed them, but I don't see them winning the league. I say that we might get stuffed against Forest and come crashing down. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. But if we could get a run together, 4, then 5, then make that 5 into 10. We could be onto something. If just say we win the next 5 games and we get up to 10 wins in a row, I'll be going to the board saying, get me a midfielder and I need an extra striker because these guys are off to the AFCON. Help me out, and I could really go put a good. I'm not stupid. I'm not going for title talk, but we could go for Champions League. Liverpool will come back. They'll come back hard. Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham, City, Arsenal, they're all going to go for it hard. And I've not even mentioned Aston Villa. They're on a run themselves. And then you've got Bournemouth who are in amongst the pack. Sunderland might drift away, but Bournemouth, they're here to stay. They had a good run last year. They're putting a good run together again this year. So they could be here to stay. So we're fighting amongst them. And if we lose our best players to the AFCON, we need help. This was only meant to be a short 15-minute video. I've not realised we're on half an hour, but either way, it's just because it's Man United, there's always too much to talk about. And I've not even mentioned Liverpool's success of late. 5, I think, is that 6 losses out of 7? Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I'm not interested in what any other club does. I'm only interested in what my club does, and it's all about Man United to me. Sleep, eat, dream, Man United. What any other club, not interested. Let's sort our own house. Get our own house in order. Forget the rest. And now we can only do that by keep winning. There is nothing more that every journalist wants and likes. They love to see Man United lose because it's tabloid. It's absolutely... Every tabloid paper covers it. And it's like, as soon as Liverpool have lost 5 on the bounce. It's not even a crisis. Yeah, United... Hell would have broken loose. Hell. Sack the manager. Sack something. This has got to go. This has got to go. Sack the board. Sack this. Sack that. That's the difference. It's always different when it's Man United. So, I hope. Liverpool play after us actually on Saturday. So come on. I think it's Villa they've got. So come on, Villa. Help keep that pressure on them. Let that run go. Carry on. Why not? Why not? But let's do our own job first. There's no point us losing or not picking up the points against Nottingham Forest. Then, God, I'm just going to have to hide myself in shame because none our luck. Liverpool win, they'll go above us, and that'll be our recent run will be over. Then we'll be back to square one. The manager's got to go, and all that jargon will start. So let's stay positive. It's 3-2 to go for United Strand. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. So, 3-1 is my prediction for Saturday. Love to see Ahmad back, but again, as long as we win, that's the most important thing. The only reason for Ahmad, because he's not scored for a while, even though he's played really well. And he's actually contributing a lot more than what he gets the credit for. But I won't go into that anymore. Right, 3-1. I'll be here when the team's out on Saturday. I'll probably go live. I'll probably go live for that, and then I'll do a post-match review after that. So in the meantime, enjoy your time, and now we'll see you on Saturday. Take care. God bless.